What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our Bitcoin top 10 past 24 hours for April 14th. As always, links will be in the description, as well as 10% off crypto displays. Number 10, we have why Billionaire Novogratz is short stocks and credit, long on Bitcoin. So we got a YouTube video here. Let's see how long this is. 2 minutes.
How
All right,
is
we'll
your
go ahead and
macro
watch
book
this.
positioned right now?
I got short Friday for the first time in a while, both stocks and credit, kind of selling into the Fed's last, big bazooka of buying high yield. But it's not a structural position; it's a tactical position. I'll trade short for a while, but it was the first time I've really net been big short, since the lows. I also, I still am long gold. I'm long Bitcoin. We are seeing a monetization of debt like we have never seen in our lifetimes, and it's not just here in the U.S. Right, with the Fed buying everything. It's a global monetization, and to me, in the long run, that has to make hard assets look better. Gold has certainly been outperforming. Bitcoin's an interesting story. This is the time for Bitcoin. It got wiped out in the
Hang on a second.
off,
I've heard that before. I've heard this is the time for Bitcoin before. Why is this the time for? Why, if central banks around the world are embarking on a monetary debasement that dwarfs quantitative easing, why is Bitcoin at 6,700 and not at 25,000?
You got to still remember it's an 11-year-old experiment, and it's only in the last year where it really has become a macro weapon, an investment choice. And I'm seeing, literally in the last month, hedge funds and high net worth individuals who had never bought it before who are buying it. And so it's no longer a question of explain it to me. How does it work? What does this mean? It's like, okay, I'm going to take a risk. Listen, the risk on any store of value, if it's gold, is that enough people believe in it. And so it's still a question of adoption. I'm just seeing more adoption here in the U.S. and in Europe than I have literally since I started this. Why is it down? Listen, Asian retail is still a big part of this. The Chinese economy is getting hit. There's a lot of leverage in the system in the Asian retail side of crypto, and so there are still sellers coming out of Asia. The China-U.S. relation and the China-European relationships are going to be relooked at in lots of ways as the dust settles in this thing. And so I think the heaviness that we see even overnight, right, Bitcoin is down 500 points, is mostly coming out of Asia. And so it's something we're looking into. But the positive side is I literally see new players coming in every day.
What?
And, we have the halving coming up. Bitcoin is a instrument with no inflation or with very little inflation, and the inflation rate is getting
deflationary.
Cut in half,
Deflationary by nature.
We'll print as many dollars as you can want.
Bitcoin is deflationary by nature because once all the Bitcoins are mined and all of them are in circulation, some start getting lost and stuff. Deflationary. Number 8, Lemonade LN, a Bitcoin-enabled social distancing approved beverage dispensing cooler powered by BTCpay server or BTCpay. All right, what is this? Oh, it's just a picture. There's buttons on it? Why is there buttons? There's still buttons, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Number 7. Looking into the oldest Bitcoin Reddit posts. Hello, since I don't have much stuff to do in the quarantine, I thought about reading into the oldest post talking about Bitcoins, and I found some interesting ones. For example, this one about a guy who bought some strawberries for 1.5 BTC at the time. I use a website called BoReddit to find all the posts from 2011 in case you want to find or read about what people was thinking and talking about in those years. Feel free to post some interesting links from old posts here. That's actually pretty interesting. So let's actually pull up this old post to just kind of get a look at this. Picked up some delicious bitberries at the corner store. 1.5 BTC. Freedoms never tasted so sweet. And that's the picture of the strawberries. Bitcoin.org. These berries were dehydrated using filtered recycled heat produced by computers that perpetuate Bitcoin, that the world's first alternative digital currency. That's awesome. Wow. And those people are probably doing real good now. All right, number 6 we have how I teach kids to buy Bitcoin. Young man, come here. There's plenty of money out there. They print more every day. But this Bitcoin, there's only 21 million of them in the whole world. And that's all they're ever going to be. Only a dummy would give this up for something as common as money. Are you a dummy? No, sir. That was a long one. Number 5. What's wrong with my detailed diagram of how Bitcoin works? Trying to get my head around the mechanics of this thing. Noob alert, be kind. Oof, what is this? Who, why? I mean, if you're a noob, you don't need to be like knowing everything about this right now. That's kind of a lot. I mean, that is like everything here though. Man, this is insane. Pretty cool, though. Oh, my goodness. You probably hear people working in the background. My bad. I'll just blast some music while I'm done with my video so they know. Number 4. I'm usually so poor, but today, party people. Today I received my $1,200 check and was able to put a big chunk towards Bitcoin. Felt like a transfer of power to me. Let's go. Oh, I know. I got my tax return today, and like immediately I was like, oh my gosh, I want to put all of this in Bitcoin, but I was like, I can't. So like I immediately just put like $100 into Bitcoin, just like have that there, and then like we'll see, you know, in the next couple weeks what's going on with everything in the world, the Rona and whatnot. But number 3, we got, you know, it's cool, a quadrillion. Global government debt, 2007, 30 trillion. 2020, 70 trillion, approaching infinity. It's time for plan B. Yep, very, very true. Number 2, ooh, what the, I got messed up on my numbers again. All right, number 3, investing in Bitcoin be like, number went down. Number go up soon, son. Number go up soon. Yeah, I know, right? Oh. Number 2, sex workers turn to Bitcoin during coronavirus lockdown. And number 1, I bought my first 0.01 Bitcoin today. I know it's not much, but it's just the beginning. Nice. One of us. One of us. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, well, that's it for the R Bitcoin top 10 past 24 hours. I'm sorry for the disturbance and the noise in the background. I do have to work on Satoshi Quest. I'm resyncing my Bitcoin node. I had an issue with one of my drives yesterday, but that should be up shortly. Anyway, peace, love, hodl.